Hi, I'm back. It is me. I am here. And I've been gone for like a week. Now my glasses are on because I have something to tell you. I was on vacation for like 5 days, 4 to 5 days. And it's been amazing. And I think I need to start off by saying I don't go on vacation very often. Like my vacation days are probably stacked at my current job for the last 2 years because I don't go anywhere. Mainly because I don't have anywhere to go. I don't really have sites to go places, and I definitely work from home. So to me, working from home is already like that's not my job, but it's already kind of vacation-y because I get to like stay in where I am and work, and then turn off my computer and then go and do whatever I want in my home where I'm already at. So to me, I don't necessarily think of myself as needing a vacation like fully. But when I'm asked to go somewhere or I'm offered to go places, I tend to say yes because I realize I'm very easily persuaded to go on vacation with other people. I just wouldn't do it by myself because I don't personally think I get the most joy out of it just by seeing sights. I don't know, I'm very homebody, but I like to go out a lot, but only with other people. It's hard for me to get out of my comfort zone of being like, I'll go by myself because I'll have a great time probably, but in the first hour, I'm like, why did I even do this? And after that, I'm like, this is a great idea. This is the case this time. So I went on vacation like literally all week from Saturday to like Wednesday. And you guys saw none of that because I was like up and packed and whatever. And this is a video for you. So this is my time in Hawaii, which is insane that I'm not putting more emphasis on it, but I think I'm a little jet lagged. Hawaii is a lot farther than people think. And I was there for a friend of a friend's wedding. So I was plus one, and it was amazing. It was so gorgeous. And of course I got clips. It's going to be plastered all over the screen. And it was so beautiful, and I love it so much. And I really needed a time away from Chicago as much as I love the city. And the glasses are on for like the first time in like who knows how many videos because I broke down my entire recap of what we did because I will say a lot of the video feels like a fever dream, right? Like I don't know how people travel or who goes into places that are considered destination wedding or even like really great places like Costa Rica, Peru, all these places, and then think to themselves, wow, this is an amazing trip or whatever. Because to me, it's just so like few and far in between that when I do it, I'm like, this is amazing. If I don't document it, write it down, it's almost like I didn't do it. I don't know why. I think I tend to forget certain parts of my own vacation if it's not like as big as one thing I did. I don't know. So I wrote it all down, and this is the video. Honestly, it's my own scrapbook. You guys are my scrapbook. So I'm gonna tell you in order what exactly we did, and this video will not be more than 40 minutes. And there's a talking part that you will be like, whoa, when did she film this? And that's me in the past, I think. So, and there's gonna be like little parts of the thingy on the bottom that shows you the different days of what I did. So if you want to skip around, you can. But eventually, I left for Hawaii on Thursday. Last Thursday, I don't know what day it was. I think it was the 18th. And I got in Hawaii on the 19th, which is a Friday because 13 hours from Chicago. Hey guys, if you guys have noticed already, I am literally in Hawaii. And I know you're thinking, nothing. Because who really cares where I'm at? But this is so exciting for me because I'm in a state that I've never been in my entire life, and I'm excited to be here. And I think you're kind of wondering, what the heck, why are you here? Literally for vacation. That is literally all I'm here for. I'm here with one of my good friends, and we're here for a friend's wedding, so that's why I am here. And I just love that for myself because I've just never been to a wedding, for one, right? And then I've never been to Hawaii. So two things gets to be crossed off in one. And right now it is Friday afternoon, Hawaiian time. But in Chicago time, it's like 6 o'clock. So it's perfect. Like literally the fact that I finished work and then I was able to like go to Hawaii and then actually be here and it's still morning, it's everything. But per usual, like I always do when I travel, I usually show you guys a little me putting my clothes away. According to that this time, I was a little bit busy working, but I can tell you that I once again had travel issues, per usual, as always. Never a day in my life will I ever not have travel issues. So I guess, I don't know, I don't have footage. I have like a little bit here and there. It's honestly not a lot, mainly because it was so bad, per usual. If you guys remember me going to Ireland, for those of y'all who are literally been here forever, I went to Ireland last year. It was a whole shit show getting home. Took me over 24 hours to get home. They lost my luggage. I was sleeping in the airport. It was a whole mess. And I just couldn't deal. It was just like too much mentally. I was like, oh my God, if traveling is this bad, why would people do it? Whatever. Luckily it was a work trip, so nothing was really getting out of my money. But this time it was all me, and I thought, oh, this would be a lot easier because I'm taking Midway. And it's a stop in San Diego, and it's like straight to Hawaii, and total would be like 13 hours because of the layover, right? I think without layover, it was like 8 hours, right? So it wasn't terrible, and Hawaii is pretty far, so it made sense. And I was prepared, because I was like, whatever, it'd be like the same day, but like in Chicago the next day. It should be really morning, like early morning. And I really thought that would be the case, but no. I get to Midway, and I'm waiting for my flight. Supposed to come at 11. I get there at 9 because I'm a studious person, and it's pushed back. And I'm like, okay, whatever, it's pushed back. I'll just wait here with waiting for my friend because she wasn't here yet, and it'll be great, whatever. It gets pushed back from like 11 to like 2 o'clock p.m. And I'm thinking, okay, whatever, like, these flights are flighting, you know, in Southwest. Never took Southwest before, so I don't know how they deal usually. So I was like, whatever, as long as it's a good flight, as long as I don't miss my connecting flight. That's all I cared about. As long as my connecting flight is not hurt, I'll be okay. I'll be fine. We eventually get on this flight. We get on it. We get in the plane, right? And we're sitting there, and we're all waiting. And then we're still waiting. And it was becoming an issue that we weren't taking off, and we were so confused. And the people on the little hair, like not the flight attendants, but like the pilot or whatever, kept coming on and being like, oh, we can't take off yet because we're going to San Diego. And the planes in San Diego aren't taking off. So we can't go there until they take off. So we're being told by ground control, you cannot leave until like 2:30. And I'm sitting there like, okay, well, 2:30 is like in 30 minutes. It'll be fine. 2:30 runs around, 3 o'clock runs around, 3:30, it was becoming apparent we were not leaving this damn plane. Or taken off, and it was such a shit show because people were getting irritated. They needed 2 people to leave the plane because they were like, whatever, I guess we're too much. I don't know how they didn't figure this out, but they gave them a voucher. 2 people got off the plane real quick. They did not want to be there, clearly. I wouldn't be there either if I didn't have a connecting flight. But we got off the ground at like damn near like 4:30 o'clock. And we're all like, finally, we've been waiting in this plane for like, I want to say 2.5 hours. Like the plane itself, 2.5 hours. The airport was like 4, almost 5 hours. And it's like 4:30 at this point, and I'm like, okay, well, the plane itself is like 3 hours, which is kind of like 3-hour flight. We just spent like almost double that just waiting. It's anyway. But we get there, we get to San Diego, safe and sound, nothing was wrong, everything was great. The flight attendants, the crew was amazing. They were so funny. They were trying to lighten the mood because they knew we were irritated. I think they're irritated too because they had to keep telling us this like every 30 minutes, like, oh, we can't take off. And it was just like, you know, and there was like kids in the plane, so if things went bad, they could have been really bad. We get to San Diego, and we're like, great. We're like barely making it to our next flight because we're so late, and our next flight takes off at like 6:35 p.m. And we got there like 6:30. So we had to like rush all the way to our gate. Now, I've never been to San Diego in my life. I've been in California, but never San Diego. What I did not know was that if you're transferring yourself from one terminal to another terminal, because we're in gate 15, we have to get to gate 5. And that's a whole different terminal. I don't know what that means. I only used to O'Hare and Midway. And usually with O'Hare, which is a really big ass airport, you're just taking like a shuttle to another location and you're still in the same building. You don't like go through security again, so you're totally okay, right? That's totally different in San Diego. If you're going from one terminal to another terminal, you're leaving security to go on like no shuttle, but you just take like an escalator towards another part of the same building that you're still in. You don't even leave the building. And you go on the escalator to like another part of the building, and then you have to go through security again. And I'm just like, like hands in the air, like what is going on here? Why am I going through security? And at this point, we're really hoping we can just, me and my friend, we're really hoping we can like rush to get to our next flight, because we're like, oh, well, how are they gonna I hope we don't they don't take off without us, whatever, because we gotta like go to the other side of a building, whatever. We don't know how big San Diego is, and now we're being like shown like, oh, you gotta go to security again. And it's like, oh my God, can you believe it? Like, thank God security was like empty. Like TSA was empty. It was like this long ass, windy ass. You know how to go. Like they had a little things that put on there for like lines, but it's like no one in there. So we just kept winding within this whole thing. And the whole TSA took like a 5-minute thing. But it was like, imagine if there was more people in this line. We would have been like missing our flight because we really thought we were like 5 minutes ahead of time to get there, which isn't really ahead of time. But realistically, we were rushing hella hard. And me and her were just like so irritated. Because it was one thing to be like 6 hours, it sounds so crazy, 6 hours delayed to a flight. And it's another thing to have to leave one section of an airport just to get to another section of the airport, but have to leave TSA to do that. Because I'm used to O'Hare, and I've been traveling for like a little bit. Like a little bit. Not an expert, but a little bit. And I've been to other like California airport. I've been to Sacramento. I've been to San Francisco. Never have I had to like transfer. I mean, I probably didn't go that many places, but never have I had to transfer to another airport. Like, they just had a shuttle if it was like that big. And I was like, oh my God, like this is fucking crazy. So we rushed to it because we were like, oh, please take all this stuff. Please, like, hurry up. Like, we're just trying to get to the, like, our place, our gate, whatever. And we get inside the main area and we go past TSA. And we're like, okay, let's just get there. Like, we're already here. Let's just get there. And there is a lot of people. And not enough space. Let's just say that. It was so packed. It was crazy packed. I'm adjusting because I feel like I'm getting heated for no reason. But it was so packed in there. And me and her was just like looking around like, oh my God, there's so many people. And we thought, oh, they're all going to Hawaii, which is like kind of scary because like how big is this plane and how long will it take it for us to like board or whatever. And are these people going to Hawaii? Because we thought we were like hella late. And so we literally are just like asking people, are you going to Hawaii? And they're like, yeah, we are. And that person's like, no, I'm in line, but I'm in line for a different gate. And I'm like, well, okay, you're like mixing and matching, but that's fine. And we're like wondering like, why are these planes, like what is going on? Why are people here? And it turns out everyone's plane from San Diego was either canceled or delayed. And I was like, oh no, like what the heck? I really hope our plane wasn't canceled. Because we were being told like people were going to Las Vegas from San Diego, their plane was just totally canceled. And I think it's because they had like a weather issue. Like I'm not sure what weather issue they had. Like it was bad. Okay, it was pretty bad in like Las Vegas, so they got canceled. Sucks because people probably wanted to go home, and it was like a Thursday, so it's like oh my God. So we checked to see where our plane was because we were like being told, oh, it's updated on the screen, whatever. We go to the screen, it's telling us 5:55, and it's like 6:20, and I'm like, okay, it's not being updated. That's kind of crazy. And we're like asking people, where are you going? Hawaii. Okay. Did it take off yet? Obviously not because you're still here. Like, no, we're still here. They didn't take off yet. And we're just like, okay, perfect. Like, what time do you think it will take off? And like, oh, we've been waiting. It's been updating, but it's been delayed many times. We think 20 more minutes. And we're like, okay, fine. At this point, we haven't eaten like in hours. It's been like over 6 hours. I haven't eaten that whole day because I thought I was going to eat in the airport. Anyway, I go get some food. I literally take like 20 minutes to get the food because long line. And it was like the closest one and the only one still open. So I got food, went back. They were still waiting to like the port. And I was like, oh, okay. But long story short, we get on this plane. We did not wait any longer to do anything on this plane. It actually was more smooth sailing because the moment we got on the plane, like less than 20 minutes later, we were already taking off. And I was like, thank God. Because this plane ride was like 5 hours. And I was so tired because it's hard to sleep on planes. It's hard to sleep on planes. It's hard to get good food on planes unless you're ordering it, like whatever. And I was just so tired because I felt my face was getting greasy. And I'm just like dragging my luggage everywhere. And I'm just like, ugh. We were sitting down a lot too as well because you're sitting down when you wait, you're sitting down when you're in the plane. So I didn't really have enough time to like really stretch my legs. So I was like sitting in the plane for like 5 hours, standing up a little bit, sitting back down, and then just being really tired and just wanting to like get out and just run around. So that's been my day. And then we get out the plane and it's like, what is it, like 10 p.m. Hawaiian time, right? And then it's like 3 a.m. Chicago time. And we're just like, oh, it's so late. It's later than what we thought. We're supposed to have been here like 2 hours prior, which is fine. It's fine. But we had to go get our rental car, and then we had to get it out of the building to get the rental car. And that was a hard part because we didn't see a lot of people because everything was closed. And we literally was just like, okay, we gotta find people. Anyway, make a long story short, we did find a person. We got the car. It's a nice ass car. And then we literally drove to our hotel, which took a whole nother, oh my God, it took forever to find everything. I don't know what's going on. Our hotel is really nice. I'll obviously show you guys what it looks like probably before or during this speech. I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's also pretty cheap, thank God, because I was like, I'm not paying for a Hilton, right? I'm not gonna do all that and spend all my money on a Hilton. But it was also just like in the middle of a Hilton, a Marriott, and then a Hyatt place. And I was like, all of these hotels I can see, and I cannot see where I'm going. Turns out this was like in the middle of like all three of them, like in the back. And I was like, okay. I mean, at least we found it. It was just really funny because we had to ask like several people like where it is. They were like, oh, is it here, here, here? And they were like, okay, great, where do we park? And they're like, oh, you pay like $39 per night. And I was like, what? To park? And I was like, oh, wow, we're getting the real Hawaiian treatment so far. So far, day one. This is day one. This is me after I slept and I'm awake and the day's over in Chicago. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I don't think I'm gonna feel like shit at all because I don't think I'm gonna let Hawaii be an experience that will break the bank. Personally, I don't personally want this to break any type of bank because I'm paying for this out of my own money with my friend, and we're both trying to like not spend so much. And I don't know what the plan is that we're doing. We both haven't eaten anything past what we brought from the plane or just snacks that we had. So we gotta find food to eat. She's currently out taking a car somewhere, so I gotta wait for her. And then we're going to do a hike. I don't know if that's today or eventually. And I just need to buy like an umbrella because it keeps raining here, which is fine. I like the rain, but like eventually it's gonna get too much rain, and I'm gonna need to be like, okay, we need an umbrella. So we just need something that won't be crazy and I can take home with me. And I need a souvenir. So the plan is simple. I'm here for a wedding. The wedding's on Monday. I have a whole weekend for her, so we're gonna have a great time. And I'm trying to document as much as I can. Obviously, I couldn't document shit from the airport because obviously I'm thinking to myself, every time I document anything, I always end up just going through shit I don't ever expect to go through once again. At this point, I should expect to go through delays because at this point, I should not be surprised. But everything else about the airport, I was like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really give a fuck. At this point, take me home. I'll just record tomorrow. But I'm here. Hello. This is the intro, by the way. Hi. And if you're new here, that means miracle. I am a consultant. I pay for the trip on my own dime. And I also like figuring out ways to like save money while I make money. And this is not my way of making money. But I am wearing my thrifted shirt that you guys probably saw in my last video posted somewhere around here. It's a lovely shirt. I'm wearing like shorts because it's really warm all week. So I'm gonna wait for my friend and we're gonna be heading out and hopefully get food because I'm actually starving. So I'll see you guys there. Bye bye. Okay, and then Friday was so interesting. Friday I got to Hawaii. It was great. Hotel was wonderful. I have a little clip of me going around the place to show you guys what it looks like. We had a great view. You can see the first mountain in the background of our hotel, but also you can see the ocean, which is like my first time seeing the ocean, period. And I was there with my friend, so we were just having a grand old time. And the first day I've worked all day, so Hawaii time is like 5 hours in the past or whatever. So I had to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to work, and I finished like 10 a.m. work. It was so worth it. Because after that we got food. I got a poke bowl and matcha. I don't usually drink matcha, but it was actually pretty good. And the poke bowl was actually kind of fire. It was so good and so worth it because you know they have fresh fish there. So it was so nice. And then after that, we literally went to like Waikiki Beach, which is, if you don't know, it's in Honolulu. It's like downtown Honolulu basically. And our hotel was in the middle of like the downtown area. And right across from us, like 5-10 minutes away, was the beach. So we're trying to save money on the first day already. So already we're trying to be a budget queen. And we just swam. We do not swim at all, me or my friend. And we were having a grand old time. I'm sure I have like a bunch of pictures that I'm gonna plaster of us getting tossed around or whatever. And it was great. It was wonderful. And then from there, we went to see fireworks. It was like beautiful. I don't know why they did fireworks actually, but it was really nice. Like they had fireworks and we just happened to be there on the perfect day because they only did fireworks on Friday. And I was like, well, we have to go see the fireworks. They weren't anything crazy. Clips will show you that they were looking like fireworks, but it was in Hawaii, which makes a difference. And then after that, we went towards the main downtown area. And I will say, if you've ever been to Chicago and you're next to like the water tower in that area of downtown, and you see like all those really popular luxury brand stores, it was like walking down, it's like walking that street, but in Hawaii, downtown Waikiki, because next to like Gucci was Louis Vuitton and Dior and Tom Hilton. It was like all the major brands you would see in literally any airport was in like downtown Waikiki. And that was great. I was so confused of why it was like next to each other, but that was really wonderful. And then next to like one of the stores was Crocs. And I'd never been to a Crocs store. We have one in Chicago, I know, but I'd never been to it. I'd never seen it either. And I'd never been to a Crocs store. And my friend, she loves her Crocs. She has a theme for Crocs. So we went inside and we saw a bunch of Crocs. It was actually really pretty. Like they had like different colors and everything and different like styles, different ones for like different holidays. Nothing for Halloween, but they did have like certain ones for like different brands, like Ghostbusters, Minecraft, and with the jibbitz and stuff. And they had a sale for like two for one for $50. And I was like, well, I have to go see these Crocs because I don't got Crocs. And I bought Crocs. Let me just say right now, I bought the Crocs. And in this little section, I'm gonna tell you all about the Crocs because I could do at the end, I'm not. So these are the Crocs I got. First, this is the bag that I got. It's actually quite cute. I've been using this bag all week for like beach stuff because we went to the beach so many times that I use this to carry our towels and like just other stuff like our purses and stuff. So it was like definitely worth it. And these are the Crocs that I got. One of them's a bit dirty because I have been wearing them all week, but it's been worth it. Okay. The first pair of Crocs are my Barbie Crocs, and these were two for $50, which is actually pretty good because the guy, the cashier, was telling me that one pair of Crocs was like $75 by itself because he was trying to get me to buy it, and I was like, okay, you sold me because I would never buy Crocs, and I don't have a souvenir, which I still don't. So these are my souvenirs, yes. So these are my Barbie Crocs, and I've been wearing them for a hot minute with this water like dirty on the other side, but they came with the jibbitz. So they have the Barbie jibbitz, the eyes, the rollerblades, whatever the heck this is, and another Barbie sign. And this one has like the Hawaiian like flower, which flowers are very popular there, obviously. And they all came with the shoe. So I didn't have to buy them separately. And it just shows like Barbie all over the merchandise. I've wearing these like exclusively the entire trip. And then my second pair are these Hello Kitty, what's it called? Crocs. And they came with their own giblets of just Hello Kitty. And there is a theme, obviously. They had others, but I couldn't find what I really liked. So they had a Batman one, which I would have gotten because I love Batman. But it was only in kid size, which I couldn't even try to fit, which is so unfortunate. And then they had like separate giblets that they had a sale on as well. So I got the giblets. And they were literally like, what was it? Like buy one, get two free. And one was like $10. And they each came with like 30 giblets in there. So I'm probably gonna save these for the end because I'm already taking too much time talking about my Crocs and the giblets. And that can be like the last chapter of this entire video. So let's keep pushing because that was like the entire day. We ate like one time and that was it. And it was great because it was so fulfilling and we were really hungry. And then Saturday was the next day. We woke up pretty early and we went to like the farmer's market. And this farmer's market has to be like one of the best farmer's market I've ever seen, ever. Because they obviously, right, you go to farmer's market, they have fresh food, right? Perfect, great. They also had coconuts that they can make for you and open up and make you eat, let you eat it. They have sugarcane drinks they make for you. They have fruit platters they will make for you. And the price, let me tell you, the price wasn't crazy. It wasn't like insane like a vendor you'll see in like downtown Chicago and they'll make you pay $20 for like 2 tacos. I don't know. This place was like fresh food everywhere and they'll make it in front of you. And it was like a whole street plus another street across the street. A lot of words. But it was amazing. And I'm showing you clips because it's like amazing. But you have to like kind of be there to see how great it was because it was so good. So I got, what did I get? I got like a breakfast burrito, a breakfast burger, which is delicious. My friend got like spicy Thai noodles, vegan Thai noodles, and they were so yum. And then we each went to go get our own drink, and she got like a coconut that they chopped open and everything for her. And then I I don't even know what I got. I got like a 32 ounce, big as hell. I don't know if I recorded it. Big as hell, 32 ounce sugar cane drink that had mango, passion fruit, and lemon or ginger in it. And it was so good. They're making it in front of you. And I didn't have time to record them like squeezing the sugar cane to get all the sugar juice because I was like carrying too much stuff. And they also got like a fruit platter where they cut it up for you and they fill up the like container that you can buy ramen in if you're doing takeout. And they fill up to the top without even the lid closes. And that was like $10. And I was like, whoa, that was amazing. That was spectacular. I love it so much. So I have that somewhere in the I know I filmed it, but after a while I was like hot, tired, sweaty, sticky from every sweet thing I was eating, and it was so worth it to document everything. And then after that, we literally went to pick up some friends from the airport. And then they didn't have time to drop off their stuff, so we took them straight from the airport to like an hour away, where this place called North Shore in Honolulu. And around there, they have like a bunch of art galleries there, and the art is spectacular. Like it was actually so pretty. A lot of it was just like the mountains with the moon in the background, and then like the sunset, and it was just like, whoa. Y'all are some real artists. Like we have real artists here, obviously, but they had natural beauty that they can like take from and make a painting out of, and it was just like so much art that it was like every little piece, every little store we went to was just like art gallery, art gallery, art gallery, and then like jewelry store where like real pearls, real gold, and everything, and it was just like, whoa, this is amazing. And then we went to like, I don't know where we went after that, like for sure. We just went like to a lot of places after that, and we went to like this place called Shark Cove, which is popular for snorkeling, and there was no sharks, which is good for us, but also a little disappointing there was no sharks, because that would have been a little bit funny to like see a shark and then just not come back ever again. But it was such a calm wave. I don't have a clip of it because it rained a lot after like 12 p.m. In Hawaii. So the moment you see a cloud scattering in the sky, it's instantly gonna rain, no matter what. I was checking the forecast so many times and was like, why is it raining? It's so weird. It's not gonna rain like 3 hours from now, and it's like heavily drizzling. So we're just in this water, just like getting rained on. But I don't got clips of that because my phone would get like destroyed. But just know that I probably have pictures and videos of people in North Shore Beach, and then just like the water was like super calm, and it was like it was amazing. It wasn't as good as Waikiki because for me, I like the waves hitting me. And Shark Cove, it was literally just like a bunch of rocks. You had to like navigate around, otherwise you might hurt your foot. And it was just like a lot of rocks. But they have fish in there. You can see the fish. You can swim up to them. It's like very much like you're standing up and the fish is like next to your feet, right? They're not eating your feet, thank God. But it was very nice. So after that, I just went to bed because we were really tired and it's been a long day because we woke up pretty early for the farmer's market. I think it was like we were there for like 2 hours. That's how great it was. And then Sunday was like I wouldn't say the worst day, but the most active day me and my friend were like in Hawaii for, because we woke up at like 8:30 in the morning, which is like outside of work, outside of the weekend. I've never woken up that early on a weekend ever, just to go hiking on a mountain. And I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm sure I'm gonna put it on the bottom. It's called the Willy Willy Ridge Mountain. And if you see it, you're like, oh wow, that's crazy, that's scary. It was very scary. It was like very big of a mountain. It was actually in the clouds when we did it. It didn't rain that day, thank God, because it was already really bad. And I'm sure I have like videos and pictures that my friend took of me, just like us struggling to climb up this mountain, because it's not like a typical mountain. I've climbed mountains before. I climbed Smoky Mountain before. That one is just dry and there's stairs everywhere, and it feels great when you're not like in the morning or in the afternoon or whatever. But in Hawaii, it's very wet, very humid, and the mountain's already in the clouds. So clearly a lot of that precipitation hits the clouds, makes everything really like moisturized and yucky and whatever, and there's a lot of mud. And the mud makes it kind of hard for you to like hold on to things or like get your footing, literally, because they would have stairs, but the stairs would be like held on by the mud, or really the dirt that got muddy because of the rain the day before, and that mud would be like swept away. So you hold on to like the wood that's like really stuck in there, thank God. And you're literally like pulling yourself up because the stairs is like almost gone because of how muddy it is, right? And all the mud is like swept right down the mountain. And there's like parts where we're like walking or hiking up this mountain, and either side of us there's like a huge drop, which is pretty bad because it's like, why do we do this? But either side of us, great pictures. I'm sure we took a lot of great pictures, but either side of us was like huge drops. One side was like 3 huge mountains that were covered in green, very Moana-esque if you've seen the movie. And it's like beautiful, and you're like, okay, well that's 2 steps to my left, I will fall down that way. And the other side is like great forest, great flowers and everything. You see the ocean like 100 miles away. I don't know what house is down there. And you're like, oh, that's so beautiful, but 2 steps to my right, I will fall. And it's like that for like a good 1/3 of the trip, because it's very much like uphill climb that's so steep. You're wondering why they make you hike. And then another 1/3 is like the stairs. So there's like a hike, and then there's like a hill, and then there's like a even ground, and there's like a 1 level of stairs. And 1 level is like, if you're good at it, 30 minutes of walking up those stairs, and you're just climbing. It's not even like stairs. You're basically just pulling yourself up, because it's like I was struggling. I'm a little taller than my friend, and she was like having to pull herself up just to like get to the next stairs, because they're not even either, which is fair, right? It's a mountain. But then the next set of stairs was like the hour-long stairs. And those are like wet, muddy, like worse than the rest of the stairs ever were, because it takes you straight to the top. And we get to like 2/3 of the way up that stair, and we talked to like so many people coming down, because we're like, how bad is it? Should we keep going? Are we delusional? And they're like, you're good where you're at. Like, we were 2/3 of the way up this like mountain, and we're on the stairs that we're gonna have to climb for an hour anyway. And they were like, you're good, because like where you're at right now, it's perfect. You see everything you need to see. If you get to the top, you won't see anything because it's cloudy. The clouds are covering the entire top of the mountain, so there's no point. And also, it's only more muddier, so you're gonna fall, you're gonna slip, you're not gonna have a great time. It's gonna be worth it if you want to climb it, but not for the views. So we said, great, perfect, let's go home. So there's a video that I'm gonna show that it's just me scooting down the stairs, because at one point I like kind of fell, and it's so muddy that it's hard to get my bearings. So I just had to like slide down the mud, and I was like, it's fine, it's black pants, they can wash off, I don't really care. I think I'd rather live than like not get my clothes dirty. But other than that, it was totally fun and cool, and we did it for like 2.5, like almost 3 hours, up and down, and it wasn't terrible. I think once we got used to like climbing it, we were okay. We didn't stretch, which was like, apparently it was a bad idea, but we were okay. We were okay. So if you ever want to do that mountain, please watch a video or so, because we only saw pictures of people seeing it from downhill and not the mountain itself, which was our downfall. But I think it helped us just not care, because it was our only hike, which is like pretty good. But that's the fever dream that I was talking about in the beginning. I feel like I will forget that ever happened, because it was almost like you could have, like one little mishap, you could have like tipped over, and then wow, beautiful sights, and then you were screaming to your death. And it was, I would say, not worth it, but for anyone else, it was not worth it. Yeah. So then after that, we went straight to, take a shower, because obviously we're muddy and dirty. We went straight to the beach. The beach in Waikiki. We're there for a little longer. We're like, we need to shower, but shower in the salt water. Perfect. And after that, we go to the friends of the friend's wedding, birthday dinner, because their brother, his birthday was that day. So we went there. We got a great birthday dinner, and the food was exquisite. I don't remember what I ate. It was like coconut shrimp, because I was so full from whatever I ate before. It was like coconut shrimp, and then like something else. I don't remember. I probably have clips here. And it was good. It was yummy, but I just wasn't that hungry, right? And then after that, I don't remember where we went. So I'm assuming we just went straight home, because I was really tired, and we woke up. We were awake for over 12 hours with no sleep and no real shower. So we showered, and then we slept. And then we get into Monday, and Monday was the wedding, which was really sweet, because it was also like my first wedding to go to that wasn't like my own mom. So I literally was like, we woke up at like, what time? Like 7 o'clock in the morning. And it was, I forgot what beach it was on. It was on some beach. I didn't have any recording or videos, because it's not mine to like really share on here. But it was such a beautiful location. I do have pictures of just me next to the mountain, because it was like in the area where like, there was a mountain next to us. There was like a very tiny piece of the island in the water. The waves are very calm. It was very nice. I had a nice little dress on. And it was really good. The only problem was it was so hot that we were just like standing in the sun for like 2 hours for the wedding. And it was just like, oh, this is so sweet, but we're also burning up alive. So a guy who had coconuts was like cutting it up for us and then giving it to us. And it was like so sweet. I have more pictures. I love the pictures was like the start of the show. We had a photo shoot like every day because we just knew if we're not coming back, we're going to have pictures. So there's a lot of pictures you're probably seeing right now. I hope, if I got them from my friend. And after that, we went from there to like a reception place for the reception dinner, of course. And the food there was delicious. It was so nice. They had poke, they had pasta. I forgot what else they had. It was like a lot of Italian, but also Indian mixed food because the people that were getting married were Italian and Indian. So their cultures kind of mixed very well into the food. And there was like poke, which is like the Hawaiian aspect of it all because they lived in Hawaii. And that was really nice. And the building that we were in was like one of the first Salvation Armies, probably in that state. I don't want to say in general, but it was originally like a tea place that housed orphan kids and like orphan kids in Hawaii. And then from there, they went from housing them to like taking care of people who had substance abuse disorder, which is pretty cool if it's all like, you know, truly real, you know how it goes. And it was built in like 1922 and it was empty, of course, when we were in there, but it was such a like a nice historical building. And we just felt like, it felt really historical in a way, which it was really nice. It was really nice. I liked the place. It was very pretty. The food was amazing. I had seconds. It was so good. It was so good. I can't name everything I ate because I would butcher a few words, but it was so delicious. And after that, I went to the beach because I was like, I'm just gonna go and like walk off all these calories that I just had. And also we stood in the sun for like 2 hours. Went back to Waikiki Beach, had a grand time. And then after that, I went to bed because I was tired. And then my friend came and woke me up and was like, let's go get some acai bowls. And I was like, okay. Acai bowls and poke bowls were very popular in Hawaii, at least where we were at. They're like everywhere. So I got an acai bowl. I think she got like a ice cream scoop or whatever. It was really nice. But it was so yummy and it was refreshing. So, and then Tuesday was our last day in Hawaii, like our last full day. And we went to like a whole nother beach. So not the Waikiki one, not the one for the wedding, like a whole different, there's a many beach. I mean, obviously, right, it's Hawaii, but we went to like their reception after party beach and it was great. We were just there. You can't swim in it, you can, but you shouldn't because they had really rough waves and there was rocks everywhere. And it was so hot. We had leftover pasta, leftover coconut, leftover grapes. Mwah. Amazing. I'm getting hungry right now. I need to go buy food because I realized my fridge is empty. But anyway, great food. Amazing, like friends and family and everything. And after that, we went from that beach to a whole nother beach, like 10 minutes away because we were there for the pictures. You got us. We were there for the pictures. Like it was as simple as that. And then after that, we went to a whole nother beach that we actually swam in, and it was great. Everyone else was playing like beach volleyball. Me and my two other friends were playing like in the water and stuff, and just sitting there, and it was a great time. Then my friend that I came with, she got stung by a jellyfish, which is crazy because she wasn't that deep in the water. But after that, we all got up the water because we were like, oh, she got stung by a jellyfish. We probably shouldn't be in the water either. And it was the first time that ever happened to any of us, so it's like, let's not do that, you know? And then after that, we went straight from there to making a sand castle, which is like a sand pyramid. It was really fun. I have pictures. I'm probably blocking out their faces though, but I have pictures. And it was great. And then we spent like an hour in the shower trying to get the sand off of us because it was everywhere. It was actually really funny. We were just there for an hour and people were just like walking by us. We had to be like, we have to like hurry up. This is getting a little too like, we're like PG-13 people. So after that, we went from the beach and then we had to check out that day. So we couldn't go back to our hotel. So we were in the shower because we had to take an actual shower, but then we changed. And then we went from the car and then we went all the way to the airport, me and my friend. And then we said goodbye to everyone and it was a wonderful, great experience. And then we went home and it took like 8 hours, which is insane. Like it took us like, we left like 9, I don't know. We left at 6:45 and then got to the airport like 7:30. Our plane took off like 9 o'clock. And then we got home to Chicago, like 9 o'clock p.m. And then we got home to Chicago like 2:00 p.m. So like the next day. And it was totally fine. Everything went well. Everything was great. And literally that was like my entire time. So we had a lot of good food. I probably spent, I want to say I spent less than $400. I do want to say that because I don't necessarily think the biggest expense really was the hotel, obviously, and then maybe parking at one point. Parking, I haven't told you about it, but you know, in this chapter we're talking about expenses, right? Because that's the title. The big expense was the hotel. It was like $320, $360, and then split 2 ways. You know, pretty good for downtown Waikiki because Hawaii is a tourist attraction and is all. And then the second most expensive was probably like the rental car we had. We had it for like 5 days, so I don't know how much that was yet, but I'm sure it was like up there. Cheaper than a hotel or Uber, I've heard. And then next was like food, because we were buying food like probably once or twice a day, every day. But we were very conscious about what we were spending, just because we're like, if we buy a lot of food, we are ready to not buy any more food for the rest of the day. So probably eat like once or twice a day versus us being like, every meal, let's go out and eat something. But our hotel had a kitchenette, which we never used. We used a microwave. But it was fine because we were never in the in the hotel long enough to nap. We literally would just leave, change and leave. So then it'll be like hotel, car, food, and then next would be like the parking. Will probably be the last one. I would say parking because we had a really big issue with parking. The parking is last. Okay, amazing. Now, highs and lows of Hawaii, right? This is second to last part of this video. High is Hawaii. Duh. It's always a high. The mountains were high. The sky was high. The sun was high. The waves were high. Everything was high in Hawaii. It was amazing time. Obviously. Everything you know about Hawaii is real, I guess. I don't know. Only the good parts are real. It's great. It's amazing. Some of the bad stuff about Hawaii is that they don't have parking. And that's a big issue because most of their culture is driving culture, like every other city in America. The problem with them is they don't have parking lots and they don't have places for you to park, even in your own hotel. So our hotel was in like Iwa Hotel, whatever, Waikiki. And they only had a first come, first served hotel, meaning that they did not have enough space for anyone to just park if they lived in that hotel. I don't know if they were getting people from the streets to park their car in there or whatever, but it was like $40 a night just to be first come, first served, which I guess if you're from there, it's a normal thing, but I'm from here and we don't do that here. And a lot of places was the same way, first come, first served, but you're paying a huge amount of money for parking. So first night we parked pretty like 10 minutes away from the hotel because that was like the only time we can get free parking and it was like empty. So we're lucky that it was free. And after that we used another friend's hotel to go into their overflow parking lot. It was literally called overflow because I'm sure we went to like someone's actual parking lot that wasn't there for the day because it was the weekend. And we just parked there for the night. So that was like crazy. And I don't even know how much the parking was for that. So that's, you know, probably like $40, $60 just for the night. And after that, we started parking next to like the Honolulu Zoo, which is hilarious because we never got to go to the zoo, but we parked in the zoo. Like the parking lot had a zoo, or flip that. Because the parking was like $1.50 per hour, which is like, I didn't know that it existed anywhere, to be honest. But it was super duper cheap and you can do it 4 hours at a time as long as you like consistently replace, like, you know, renew those 4 hours, you're good to stay there all night. Like literally that's what we did for 3 nights. And it was crazy because they had not enough space. They had space for us, let's say that. It was great. So if you're in Hawaii and like this period and you have luggage, get a rental. I would definitely say rental because everyone said rental. No one said get an Uber. And also just have a place to park. Try the zoo. They probably have more than one. They always seem to have like space, at least for us. So it worked out for us. It might work out for you. And it was just like really hot. I guess you can't get complaining about that, but it's really hot. And the beach does help a lot, but it was just like really hot. It was like really bad over there. The equator really does make it worse. Like I'm dark, like I'm black, right? Obviously. So I didn't get like any issues with my skin. I use sunscreen, whatever. But even with that, I'm like, I feel fine. It's just really hot. My friend, she's like a little bit lighter than me, but she got her nose slightly peeled. This was slightly peeled, and she like surprised her. She uses sunscreen as well, but it was like Like, you're a little melanated, you shouldn't be like peeling, you know? But I guess for her, it was just like, oh, she can get dark and have a sunburn. I was fine, thank God, you know? Thank God I'm this dark, you know? But it's like, damn, that sucked. Even like crazy amount of sunscreen, you probably won't be safe. I would say if it says it's an 80-minute time limit on your sunscreen, you should definitely use it for more every time. Like, reapply, take it with you, you'll be fine. Hopefully. I can't guarantee your safety, but hopefully. But yeah, that's the good and the bad. That's the great and the bad. And it's not even bad. If you live in Hawaii, get a moped, get a bike. You're probably better off not living in downtown Waikiki because it was a little expensive, but it wasn't like anything that we couldn't have seen in Chicago. So, and it's also vacation. So for us, we were like fine. For natives, they're probably like not going there, but I heard their Walmart, which I never saw, was more expensive than like a typical Walmart, which is fair. That's fair. But yeah, I love Hawaii. Great times. The budget part was fine. I don't think I spent like a crazy amount of money there. I think I spent more money there like at my other vacation, which was like a year ago. When I went to like Tennessee like a year ago. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, but let's talk about these giblets because I need to know exactly how these giblets look and if I can even use them or if I'll just like, I don't know, donate them or whatever because they look, I don't know what they are. So I'm like doing this with you guys for like the first time, as you can tell from the tape. And I am literally and then this one's a pirate ship, like in one piece. Yeah, that's everything. Like, that's pretty good for like giblets. And the fact that they're actually all mostly different, you know, would I recommend going to Hawaii for someone? I would. Oh, I should talk about the price. I did, but like the tickets were like $500 round trip. All right, I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. I'll try to upload videos again when I can, starting next week, because I'm sure you all realize it's a little later in the week this time. So I will be posting this soon though. So don't you worry. Don't worry about what day it is. Anyway, I will see you guys again, talk to you again, and Halloween is coming up. So stay tuned for those videos. All right, bye.